Count money, man. Stack riches. Try and told him I'm a beast, bud.
What's up, gang? Welcome back to another episode of the GRINDcast. Get ready. It's a new day, and we got to get through the honeymoon phase. We got to talk about the honeymoon phase. And so there's two parts to this thought process, okay? One is if you're in a relationship, if you're in a business environment, you're in a business situation, or you're married or whatever it is, or you're dating somebody, there's what we call a honeymoon phase. This is where, man, you just got into business, or you just got into this, you in the first year of this relationship, and it is just perfect. You guys are just loving on each other. You guys are freaking Snapchatting, Instagramming pictures, kissing, hugging, all that beautiful. Everything is great. And then a year goes by, or 2 years goes by, 3 years goes by, whatever. And now we hit reality. And once you get through the honeymoon stage, now is where it really counts. This is where we really start to see what your relationship is made of. This is where we start to really see if you is going to make it or you ain't going to really make it, or what it really is. Because if I use a relationship, marriage, all right, my married folks out there, my long-term relationship folks out there, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, now we see if you're really going to make it long-term. When the honeymoon phase is done and we've had some struggle, we've had some adversity, we've had some disagreements, are we going to find a way to make it through that and take our relationship to the next level and stay together and keep this family together, or keep this relationship, keep this marriage together, find a way to evolve, find a way to compromise, find a way to meet in the middle, find a way to grow somehow in this circumstance and make it long-term, and be dancing on the dance floor at a wedding saying, who's been married for 40 years? Who's been together for 50 years, 30 years? Or are you going to be the one that's been with, 4 different people for 20 years, because every time you get through the honeymoon stage, you can't make it. And the reality is, the honeymoon stage is a highlight reel, and then there's reality. And the same thing could be said for business. So in business, you come in and you got this honeymoon phase, and whatever's going on, and man, it's your first year, first 6 months, whatever's going on, and everything is great. And now we really get to see what you're about in month 24. We really get to see what you're about in month 36. Here I am, 20 years in the game that I'm in the business that I've been blessed to be able to be a part of, and the people's lives that have allowed me to invest into their life, and through all the ups, all the downs, 20 seasons, 20 years. And I could tell you that it ain't all been sunshine and rainbows. But I'm so glad that we lasted, because this is how you build things that last, is you get through the things that ain't fun, and when it's not as exciting anymore, you get hit, you get punched in the mouth or whatever. This is where we see what you're about. This is how you build something long-lasting in business. This is how you build something long-lasting in your relationships. And the easiest thing to do is, when you're going through hard times, is to look to the left and look to the right. It's easy, okay, to be in a relationship with somebody for 5 years, 10 years, and the honeymoon phase is over, and maybe you're not kissing as many times a week as you used to kiss each other, or whatever. And then now you go to Las Vegas and you see people in Las Vegas, and they're all dressed up, this girl, this guy, and everybody's there to have a fun time and have this vision of, oh man, I can. And then what happens is, you have fun for the weekend, you have fun for the week, you have fun for the season, and then you look back and you say, oh shit, I done messed up my marriage. I done lost the father of my children. I lost a wife. I lost the mother of my children. I messed up this whole thing. And now, once I really got a chance to see through that girl looks so great. She looks so fine in that outfit right there. And then about 12 months later, you're left with her values. About 24 months later, you're left with the real her underneath the makeup, not dressed in heels, and now we get to see what is the character and the makeup of this individual. And now all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, I'm out of the honeymoon phase over here, and now I'm stuck with this one. And the one that I had over there, because what happens is anywhere that you go, if you want to build something that lasts, there's going to be obstacles. There's going to be adversity. There's going to be seasons. There's going to be moments that you got to make it through. And you're the most vulnerable. You're the most vulnerable when you're at a low point. When, oh man, my relationship is struggling, man. I'm not getting along with my husband, my wife. My boyfriend, whatever. For the last month, we ain't been doing good. And now you're in Miami, and now you're in Las Vegas, and you got this guy or girl giving you some attention, and all it is, now we gonna see what you made up of. Do you crack? Is your character in question? Is your heart in question? Or do you stay down, stay loyal, even in the trenches, even in the benches, even in the weeds, in the mud? Because when you can make it through the mud, when you can make it through those moments, that's what qualifies you and blesses you with what you're supposed to be blessed with 5 years down the road, 3 years down the road, 10 years down the road. You will be tested. It ain't all going to be sunshine and rainbows. And so what happens is you end up judging your low point of that relationship up against a high point honeymoon phase highlight reel of this person, this scenario, whatever it is. Same thing goes for business. I watch people all the time. All the time this happens is they go through a little bit of adversity. They get through the honeymoon phase, and they're in a business situation, and all of a sudden I'm up and leave. I'm going to go over here because this is a new shiny object, and I'm going to go over there. And then, oh man, it's great for the first 90 days, man, the first 6 months, this is great. And then 12 months down the road, 2 years down the road, what happened? It ain't popping the way you thought it was going to pop. It ain't happening. And now you bounce around from girl to girl, from guy to guy, from company to company, bouncing around, trying to find the easy route or that honeymoon phase because you can't make it through the rain, through the trenches, through the mud, through the obstacles, through the ups, through the downs, through whatever it is. And you got to understand that typically, if you get the foundation right, the grass is going to be greener where you water it. And the answer is within you, not in the next person, the next relationship, whatever it is, whatever the situation may be. And so that's the message for today is don't abandon yourself, your relationships, your business relationships, whatever it is. In my personal opinion, my professional personal opinion, studying and watching long-term successful marriages and studying and watching long-term successful business people, this is my advice to you. You could take it, you could leave it. Either way, this is free game, and we'll see what it looks like 60 months from today, 5 years from today. But this is the advice that I got for you. Have gratitude for where you're at. Be grateful for where you're at. Remember where you come from. Remember who got you started, who poured into you, who had your back when you didn't have nothing, who believed in you when you didn't have it, who saw it in you when nobody else saw it, who was there for you before you made all the money, who would just stay down. Don't forget where you came from, and then look at your life and have gratitude. Every time when you hit the bottom, when there's struggle, it's an opportunity always for you to look and say, poor me, or you could say, man, what do I have to be grateful for in my life? Because the real foundation, the legacy, families, businesses is built on commitment in the work that's done after the honeymoon phase. All right? Be careful, be mature, stay grown, stay up, stay down, stay committed, and I wish you greatness on your way to building your family, building your business, doing something special that's going to last long term, even well after the honeymoon phase is over, okay? Let's get it. Thank you guys, as always, for joining us on another episode of the GRINDcast. Get ready. It's a new day.